So this is the second part of my devlog, I guess, and I kind of haven't worked on it a ton. It's been a little over a week, kind of like a week and a half, and if you look at the game, it looks almost identical. If it loads, it is nearly the same thing. The only thing that's different is the enemy has an attack animation. I redesigned it here. I'll move that mouse out of the way. I redesigned it so now it looks good, but as you can see, it does no damage to the player, and also glitches out like that, which is a bit silly. And I'll have the player go down there. Just so with this enemy, I'm gonna try to switch over quick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh man. Still can't kill that enemy. So what have I worked on? Because as you can clearly see, hardly any progress with me. But to be fair, I was playing Dark Souls 3. Like, you really gonna stop me? I beat it. I'm going. Spoiler alert first, but I'll show you the clip of me beating it. It was pretty crazy. And yeah, I was not capture carding that. Like I was not capturing that on the PS5. No way, not happening. But really, the only thing I did was the only thing I've worked on is what you can see there is I started trying to organize things because, like I showed for a brief moment, for whatever reason, when the enemy does its attack, it won't damage. And I still have no clue what's causing that. I've tried, I think, 3 or 4 different things by now, and huge loss of motivation because, like, it's such a trivial thing that shouldn't be so difficult. I have set up where I have the void attack animator, so that triggers the animation when the let me rephrase that. So in the void update, I have if the player taunt, which is when the player gets close and hits that trigger, then it creates player taunt to equal true. Then that will trigger the attack, and then afterwards it should cancel out. And I know this is probably just something that doesn't work, but this attack should still damage the player. And for a little bit it did. I don't know what I changed, but it would one-shot the player, which is also not what I was intending, but at least it showed that it worked to an extent. So in the attack void, it plays the animation, and then through creating a collider 2D, which is being displayed through the gizmo, which you can see is that white circle. That should be the hitbox for the attack. And I have it for hit enemies, physics, overlap circle, and then have that circle set up. And then for each collider player, so I have the layer mask of the player, which I think is what the player is there. So then it does player get component, character controller, take damage, attack damage, which the attack damage is 1, so it should do 1 damage. And it just doesn't. So I'm trying to reorganize stuff because if after reorganizing everything it still doesn't work, I might have to just restart everything, which, as annoying as that would and how disappointing I'm sure it would be to anyone that does watch me, like it's just kind of messy because I don't know code very well, so this is a mishmash of different coding techniques that some of them I just don't know. So I have a rough organization. So this is the whole attack script. These are all the triggers and stuff. So if you get hit by an enemy, take damage. If you get a coin, you collect the coin. And then I have all the movement stuff, and then just the basic start and update, and then things like the HP up there. So Yeah. Really shouldn't have started Dark Souls 3 because, man, that game was great, but I made no progress. But the next update should be more substantial given that this week I've dedicated to coding and just work because I work a bunch of shifts this week. But I should have enough time to do a substantial amount of coding. And maybe I'll try to learn how to do more, like, better sprite work because I feel like I'm good with the attacks and swords and stuff. Because, I mean, this isn't too horrible, I don't think. And then move the player. Like, it's slow, but it's supposed to give you enough time. But you just don't get hit for some reason. But that's really all the update there is. It's not a ton. I'm sure when I get this video out, it'll probably be around 5 minutes, but just wanted to update everyone. So yeah, hopefully in around a week, maybe 2 weeks, because I might just try to get a ton of stuff done in the next 2 weeks, because then I go back to school. But before that, I hopefully will have a substantial amount of stuff. But yeah, I guess I'll see you.